Hi Aries, welcome to MoonDaughter Esoterica. This is your weekly reading for the week of November 10th through November 16th, 2019. This is a general reading for all people born under the sign of Aries. And if you'd like more detailed reading, more detailed information, please feel free to check out the videos for your rising and your moon. If you're new to my channel, I would like to welcome you. If you enjoy the video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thumb it up. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. It's great to see you, and I really do appreciate your support. So let's get into the reading for this week for you, Aries. The first card we're going to look at is the theme of the week. And for you, you have two cards this week. The first one is protection, and the second one is risk. So it feels like there may be some situations where you have to make decisions. I'm drawn to these three arrows here. And I think the advice that I would have, just looking at this card, is go with the one that is most straightforward. As you can see, you can't really see where this path goes, and you can't see where this one goes. But this one's pretty straightforward. You can see pretty far into the distance, and so you can minimize that risk by going with the one that is most straightforward. And I do see protection being available to you. This could come through your own discernment or through people around you, and we'll look at the other cards and see how that is going to manifest for you. But I do think being aware of making sure that you're making wise decisions using discernment and that you protect yourself as best as possible. It's common sense, but I feel like you do need to sort of quell that fire a little bit, Aries, because a lot of times when you get an idea, you want to go rushing forward through it, and maybe this week is the time to slow down. So let's see how this is going to play out for you. The first card we have is Seven of Wands in reverse. So this almost feels like there's a lot of things going on to the point where you're feeling ambushed. There's a lot of situations coming at you. This may be somebody in competition too for your position, for your partner, for your friendship in your friendship circle. So this is competition, but it's to the extreme. We'll take a look at the rest of the cards and see if this is just how things feel or if there is actually something you need to be concerned about. Whenever there's a risk and protection, I do feel like we have to be very careful with these readings to make sure that it's not something that's actually you really need to be aware of. But I really feel like this is a feeling with you, Aries, as that everything's coming at you, and so you feel like you're being attacked, and it's actually just the pace and the fact that everything's coming at you. The next card we have is the Knight of Swords upright. So yeah, I feel like this may be a lot of ideas coming at you. This could be coming from other people, or this could be coming from within yourself, where you get a lot of new ideas and you sort of want to jump on each one of them and you're not sure which one. With this Knight of Swords, I would say calm down a little bit, take your time, think each thing through before you take action on it. Because I feel like if you just rush through and you take action on, say, 6 or 7 ideas at once, I don't feel like anything's going to come of it. So if you take your time, take steps that you can, but not rush forward on anything, that will give you the protection you need. The next card we have is Five of Cups in reverse. So this is a card of disappointment. This is a card of grieving, of not being able to get over something. And this may even be something that happened a while ago. People around you may not be supportive. They may be saying, oh my gosh, get over it already. But we all grieve things at our own pace, and this is a necessary step to the grieving process, is spending that time in grieving. This is, of course, a warning too. If you take a lot of these ideas that are thrown at you and you act on them immediately, you don't take that pause and see how it feels emotionally to you, there may be some disappointment in how things turn out for you. The final card we have is Justice in the upright position. So yeah, again, there's discernment. I'm not really worried about necessarily your safety or anything like that. Justice is a card of balance. It's real world balance, it's real world justice, and also karmic balance as well. So I think overall the message for you this week, Aries, is to slow down, take things one thing at a time. Just because there's a lot of things coming at you doesn't mean you have to jump up and deal with everything at once. You want to keep your space protected so that you don't feel ambushed. And if these are ideas and these aren't people bringing things to you saying, I need this, I need this, I need this, take the time to form judgment, because the Knight of Swords, he just acts. He takes orders from the king. The king is very discerning. The king takes all information in and then renders a final judgment. And I feel there may be some premature judgment on things for you this week, Aries. So just take a breath, take a break, see how this feels to you. If something's not ready to act on, that's okay. You still have these 2 cups back here that are waiting for you to notice them, that are waiting for you to take action on them. So let's take a look at your spiritual healing for the week, what you're working on in your spiritual path. And we have support. We are all placed onto one another's paths at the exact moment that it is needed. Rest in the sanctuary of others at this time to recuperate, learn, and adapt. So some of these things you may be throwing off to other people. You might be throwing some ideas out there to other people. And I know, Aries, you're very independent and you're usually the leader, but you're being called upon this time to seek what help is around you, to accept help from others, and to understand that if this is too much, you don't have to act on it. You don't have to make a decision on it. You can actually enlist the support of others to deal with these situations, to ask for their advice, to even just be there to listen to you rant. Oh my gosh, everything's coming at me at once. Because you do have balance coming in, and I do feel like this is divinely guided. With the support, whoever comes in for you is going to be brought into you in divine timing. And this could be karmic debts being paid. This could be soul tribe coming in. Somebody is going to be there, or a myriad of people will be there to give you the support. But you do have to take the chance and ask them for that support. Allow them to support you. Allow them to nurture you. Allow them to protect you, maybe even from yourself or your ideas. So let's take a look at your inspiration card for this week. Okay, the card is Open Your Heart, but it is in the reverse position. So maybe with the support, maybe that's what this support is talking about, is that you feel like it'll be a risk. You'll feel like your heart needs protection, especially if this is having to do with being really disappointed or losing someone significant, the ending of a relationship. It's now safe and time to be able to open your heart a little bit. Look at these cups and move forward. Look what's left. And I'm not saying rush through this grieving process. I'm saying allow your heart to open up a little bit. Again, with this protection, you don't have to slam the floodgates open. You can crack it a little bit and see who's on the other side of it and see who's willing and able to support you. Because I feel like if you look at this card, she is in sort of a vulnerable position. Her neck is exposed. And swans are beautiful animals, but they can be quite nasty and quite aggressive. And yet she's exposing herself to this from a very vulnerable place. And I am drawn to the lily. So that is a symbol of peace, a symbol of safety. And she is resting in the comfort and protection of the wings of the swan. The swan is protecting her. Yes, and I do see some things from the past, some hurts from the past. And this could go all the way back to childhood. So you may be actually clearing up some things with the support in the life path, spiritual path healing. You could be clearing up some issues from childhood where you just couldn't depend on anyone. Every time you depended on someone, they let you down. They didn't understand what was needed. They couldn't provide for you. And so if that's the case, with this justice coming in, everything that you lost in that situation is coming back to you. You can take some of this burden off of your shoulders and trust other people with it. You merely have to open your heart slightly and allow others in. So Aries, I hope you found this helpful. This is all the information I'm getting from your cards this week. But I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, thumb it up. If you'd like to get a reading with me, check out the description box below. Many blessings to you. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time.